So this used to be Fremont Elementary, where I attended grades 1 through 6 a long time ago. And now it's been derelict since the decision by the school district to change the boundaries. And so the kids that went to school here will now go to Sunset. The kids going to Sunset will go to Doxy. I have no idea where the Doxy kids are going. But you can tell that you can already see overgrowth. And the grass never looked like that when we were going there. It was always maintained. These, I think one of them's the 5th grade class, I think. I mean, you can't really see it. But they did, fortunately, remove those fucking accordion doors, where you can hear everything the other teacher in the next room is saying and doing and be distracted by it. This one is 5th grade for sure, because I had a teacher there. I mean, we all had a teacher there, but it's just so funny to me how much of the old school stuff is still here. Like the 2 outfields, whatever you call those, the infields, the baseball things. I don't remember us having a drinking fountain right here, though. So I don't know why they even have a platform there. It's really sad, though, how they upgraded things in the last 20 years. And holy hell. Why are there mattresses in here? Okay, there's usual school junk in here. Why are there mattresses in here? Look for yourself. There are mattresses and box springs. Leaf dumpster, no trash. Oh, that's why people were hauling their trash over here. Presumably. I'm trying to remember. I think this little, like, USA mural, I think they painted that when we were in 6th grade or just the year after. Because look how old and weather-worn it is. I definitely remember seeing something like this, like an outline of the states years ago, the last time I visited. So it was either here in our last year here in 6th grade, or it was sometime after. Wow, that's a clear shot of that hallway. You had to use a very specific entrance and door if you were wheelchair bound to go anywhere. Oh, these classrooms look futuristic. It's so sad. You know these are going to be apartments. I think these were the 2nd and 4th grade doors, I think. Or maybe, because the classrooms were kind of jumbled around, because the 3rd grade was like kind of right next door to like 1st grade. But he came in 3rd grade. I was here for 1st all the way. You can't even really see. Probably the same. Probably the same as all the other ones. Now there's stuff I definitely remember that's changed. For example, this big toy and that one, whatever you call them, were made of wood. And I think this was changed to metal before we moved, like left, 6th grade. I'm not 100% sure, but it wasn't this style, it was different. Oh, so we were Fremont Dragons, not Falcons, when we were attending. And that was not there when we were attending, that wall. So this is the doors we went in for 4th and 3rd grade, and sometimes wait in this hall. I remember bringing my Game Boy and having my friend Aaron, who was really good at Zelda, help me get past Link's Awakening. And actually, it's funny, from here you can see the back of our apartments where we used to live. In fact, my window is all the way over there at the end. That was my window. And I knew it was time to get up when I heard the bell going off and the kids screaming and the teachers dragging them into their torture chamber. I'll say though, as far as maintenance goes, in this fake grass, this was actually like sand. And you can see the residue of the sand that's left over from all those years ago. I wanted to film here. I filmed here months ago, like back in May or June, just right after, you know, it had been finalized that, you know, the next school year would not, this school would be closed. I lost that footage. I don't know how, but I lost the footage. So I wanted to make sure that I came and filmed it. This ball field is so old. This fence, or this is so old. We would LARP as Power Rangers. And our very first episode we did was right over around here. The bad guys were sealed and trying to enter the human world. And they would send monsters out into the human world to try to weaken the barrier so that they could enter it. But the good guys would thwart it every time. Also, that right there, that fence, kids would hop that fence to get out of school, like during school, after school. I mean, I've seen it happen a dozen times. Also, there's this big, huge white tree that used to be here. Right over there, in fact, it was right there. Big white tree that had thorns on it. And I don't know what those trees are called, but we used to call it the rhinoceros tree because the outline of the tree shape, it looked like a rhinoceros. It was this type of tree that used to be in the backyard of the school. Yeah, you can tell. I mean, there's like, the grass here is non-existent. And I can't remember if it looked like this when I came to film back in May or June. That was only a few short months ago, but you know, I mean, the grass is dead. It is beyond dead. And then some kids, of course, they would get in trouble. This is a newer one. The original one was a different shade of green. It was bigger. It like took up almost the whole concrete there. And kids would sit on it all the time. And it's like when I learned, I think it was the yard lady that explained it. She was like the little overseer to make sure kids aren't fighting and they're not, you know, cussing and doing whatever, or making out, or she's like, you know, that's really dangerous. It can electrocute you. And I'm like, fuck that. I'm not sitting on it. I'm not playing anywhere near that. She didn't have to tell me twice. I was like, okay, well, yeah, you could tell this field has not been taken care of. in a minute. Get some shots at the school. When we were going to school here, they didn't have these cameras out here. In fact, I don't know when they put those. They're probably in the rise of all the school shootings. They probably. And they also, we didn't have, you know, doors leading directly out to the classrooms. In the day, we'd have to line up here for 6th grade. And Andy's bitch teacher. And she's like, she comes out of the class. And we're all lined up. And she comes out. Andy, you can go in first. And what did you do, Andy?
It was like I had a bad sunburn or something and I wasn't supposed to be out in the sun. So I had my shirt pulled up and I come back in here and I like smile and do that.
That's not what you did. You did that Diva Talks pose. The Power Rangers villain lady. You're like, yeah, success. Everyone thought he was such a major loser. Of course, we all still think that. I'm just kidding. Those people are dead now. Their opinions don't matter. But let's give an applause for Andy. He got to go in the class first some 29 years ago. Congrats. Congratulations. A lot of this stuff is newer additions. And when I mean new, I mean it was after we left the school. I don't remember if that's new or not. Maybe. They started on it pretty much right after we left because they have like a music room and a special, like a dedicated, you know, computer lab and all that stuff. Yeah, because they started remodeling most of the big stuff that they did. They started on that after we left in '97.
I was surprised being inside the school how small everything actually was, because I remembered the halls being so big. Because last time I was there, I was just a kid.
If it helps, your emotional age is still a little kid. And of course, we would all come out to meet our parents out here, even though over there by the crosswalk near there, but on the sidewalk, we would line up there for the buses, and they would always take us to Tracy Aviary. I think we went to Hogle Zoo once, and I mean, I hated both trips because I had to get paired with, like, because they do like the buddy thing, and I always got paired with like the worst fucking kids. But yeah, a lot of stuff like this was added on later. The kindergarten class always had their own individual door. This isn't kindergarten, by the way. That's like, I'm not sure. I think that's 1st or 3rd grade. Yeah. There's the old, the original park is still right there. The park toys are still there, and I'll show that in a minute. And they got purple ribbon. Oh, the gate was open. We could have walked through here. I didn't know it was open. I'm not even gonna bother taking a picture of the Falcon. See, here's a picture. We were dragons when we went. We weren't fucking falcons. Sure, the dragon was kind of stupid looking, but still better than a fucking falcon. Like this one here isn't new. You can tell it's been here. But this one, the one next to it's the one that we used to play on as a kid. Oh wow, they butchered the slide. This used to have a really big slide part attached to it. Right? Yeah, this did. It had a slide part attached to it that you would climb. There were stairs. You climb up into the slide part, and there was like a little like conical top with like a spiral slide. But I guess they removed it at some point. See, you have to bolt everything down, even the benches. People come and steal them. It's awful. That flagpole will be bare. Will not hold anything, half staff or half mast. Also of note, back in the day, we didn't have an open driveway through there. That was added much, much later. I guess maybe that was added later. I can't remember if it was, though, if all that was just hill then.